Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 2 of the Prototype GT Challenge, brought to you by TrakRacer, powered by Thrustmaster. I am your host, Daniel Bryant. With me tonight, Clayton Brooks. How you going, Brooksy?
Good, thanks, Daniel. How about yourself, mate?
I'm very well. I'm excited to be a part of this. This is my first one in the host seat for the new Proto-GT Challenge, and yeah, I've been so excited about this. And we're at a brilliant little track today. We're here at Suzuka.
Yeah, mate. Off to Japan tonight. We missed you last week. Madison did a fine job of filling in for you, but good to have you back in the seat.
Yeah, it's definitely great to be back. I'm a big fan of this style of racing, and you don't really get much better when it comes to endurance tracks than Suzuka. This is where GT racing's all about. This kind of track.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great track for the GT racing. The Superfast HPD's got a bit more room than Sebring from last week to get through the lap traffic. Should make it a little bit easier for the guys, but nevertheless, still going to be quite tricky for them.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great track. It's good to see the V8s here, but we're definitely going to see the cars really open up here at Suzuka and make the most of this multi-class racing. They should almost have a pretty full grid out there tonight.
Yeah, just having a look. Looks like there's around 40 cars going to take the grid, so hopefully the field won't split into two and we only get about 20, but should have a full 40 to 45 cars, hopefully. Here and there we should be only the one grid, around 41, 42 cars, so should be thrilling racing for you all tonight.
That's what we like to see, a big grid. It's a lot of cars, and it looked like it was a fairly even split that we had as well, a good mixture of HBD, Ford GTs and Corvettes. So definitely should make for some really interesting racing.
Just having a few dramas getting in. I know the director is, and I am myself. It's just taken a while to get into this session.
A little bit slow. It's not very often that we try and push it out to 40 plus cars.
I've got some rather big storms around my place. I don't know if that's the drama with me, but should be getting some pictures up very, very shortly for you guys.
Hey, Bruce.
We've got the race preview up, 17 corners to Suzuka. That sort of, it's a figure 8 track, goes over itself. It was a 5.7 kilometres, I think it was. Did you get a chance to watch the race from last week, Daniel?
Sorry about that. Just a few glitches trying to get mine in. I'm up and loaded now. Alright, I'll quickly run through the grid. So for prototypes, we've got Anthony Kernich, blistering time there on pole, followed by, sorry, I might get some of these names wrong because there are a few new names in here.
I struggled with them last week.
Kane Kugimeyer in second, Raphael third, David Chen in fourth, Paul in fifth, Manny Barron, one of my boys out there, in sixth, Andrew Wallace seventh, Gavin Barber in eighth, Craig Dorr ninth, Neil 10th, Paul Mansell 11th, Sandro in 12th, Jarama in 13th, Marco 14th, and Guepsi in 15th for the HBDs.
And the GT1s, the Corvettes, Thomas Nancer in first, Tony Autry second, Charles in third, Lindsay Barry 4th, Lee, fellow commentator, V8 commentator, Leo Gray in 4th, Jake Burton in 5th, 6th, sorry, Wayne Burke in 7th, Jason Scully 8th, Tim Holtz 9th, Bruce in 10th, Pedro 11th, and Dylan Brandon in 12th.
And for the GT2s, we've got Fabio in 1st, Jason 2nd, Nathan Groden 3rd, Paul Van in 31st, Mr. Emerson himself in 5th, Josh Muggleton 6th, Andrew Wren 7th, Bob in 8th, Paul in 9th, Randolph 10th, Dwayne 11th, Paulo 12th, Bernie in 13th, and Kiosk Glow in 14th. If I've butchered any of those names, please send me a message and give me the right pronunciation, because I think we're going to have to get used to some of these names, Brooksy.
Yeah, we struggled a bit with them last week, mate. It's alright, we worked our way through it.
Alright, they're all starting to grid up now.
They are a bit of a short run to the green flag. They're sort of starting where the two tracks cross over themselves. They've only got like 2 or 3 corners, and then the safety car will peel off.
Yeah, now I'm looking through the qualifying times as well. There's a few guys out there that haven't qualified, which is a little bit scary.
Yeah, it's you really don't know what they've got, and there's some guys that are very new to this series as well that haven't qualified. So we'll try and keep you covered across all the actions. I think there's going to be plenty tonight, Daniel.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's going to be a lot of fun. At least at the start, they've got enough room to kind of stretch out, and no really slow corners to kind of let them space out a bit, hopefully. Looks like the GT2 boys there are playing it safe and just giving each other a bit of space.
Yeah, they go to the green flag now.
Anthony Kernich moving up there, making a good jump there.
Yeah, he's got into turn 1 nice and cleanly.
That's what you like to see. So all these HBD
Gone
boys
too wide.
Really...
They make their way up the S's for the first time as the GT2 guys go into turn 1 with Thomas Nanser leading Tony Aldridge.
Squizzer having a good little battle there. Looks like Wallace has gotten around him though.
And it's all the Fords GT guys, they make it through turn 1 nice and cleanly so far and heading up the S's.
Looks like Andrew Wallace has had a bit of an incident.
Yeah, he has just come up towards the bridge for the first time.
Shot it off just a little bit.
Yeah, he's run a little bit wide, and I think he's tagged the guy in front, David Chen. Just got those wheels into the dirt and wasn't able to regain control quick enough.
City Kernich has made himself a nice little gap here back to Kane.
I'm looking back in the GT3 field. We got Paul Van Miero, Nathan Grout, and Josh Muggleton. They're in a ripper battle at the moment as Josh Muggleton goes down the inside of Nathan Grout.
Same back here in the GT, in the Corvette pack, we've got Tim Foltz and Bruce and Pedro all battling it out for a position at the moment. Bruce is going to have a look on the inside. No, Tim Foltz goes a bit too hot there.
Yeah, he'll get a slow down there, a cut track penalty. But he's still racing Dylan Brandon and Pedro.
Come into play yet. Little battle here up the front, the Corvettes. Tony Orchard having a look at Thomas Nanza.
Yeah, they had a great battle in the opening laps last week, these two. Looks like they're going to continue it.
So these HBD, Paul Mansell and Neil in a nice little pack there as well. Lindsay and Leo having a nice little battle here.
I'm just having some technical issues. I just dropped down, just coming back in. I've got some pretty big stalls around at the moment, and yeah, just jumped out of the session and on my way back in.
We'll get you back in there. We'll just have a quick look here, see if we can have a look at Paul Agnew, Paul Mansell and Neil all having a nice little battle as they come down onto the straight. A lot of cars to follow on this field. We'll just try and keep on top of all the action. Kernich has definitely stretched out this lead and very dominant in this HBT. 2-second lead already back from Kane.
Yeah, I was having a chat to Anthony after the race last week. He was pretty dirty. He sort of got through away. He raced hard all race. He missed out on the win last week, and he was pretty dirty on it. So I'm sure he'd have the eyes forward tonight to make sure he capitalises on this.
Josh Muggleton having a cracker run here. Looks like he's bringing some people with him though. John Emerson and Nathan not too far off. So that Jason in the Ford GT has opened himself up a nice little gap from the rest of the competitors. This is where it's getting Thomas Nanza and Tony Orchard still going hot for it in the Corvettes. With Lindsay Barry and Leo Gray as well, having a nice little battle. Oh. So a quick look at Matthew Barron. Just going to try and pull up a race recall replay, find out what's happened to Matthew Barron.
Oh, he's on his roof.
Oh, that's not going to. Oh, and well at all. It looks like he's just pushed it a bit too hard, done that one all himself.
Yeah, that's definitely a race over there for Matty Barron.
Yeah, there's no fixing that one. And just managed to flip it. Easy enough to do in one of these HBTs. They give a bit of false security. You're like, yep, this thing's got a ton of grip. I can push it really hard. And each corner, you're like, yep, I can do that faster. I can do that faster. And then something like that happens.
Tony Orchard is all over the back of Thomas Nanza. They headed up through the Espers.
Yeah, Tony Orchard's looking nice and close there. Alright, we're going to ride on board with Tony.
Oh, they come across it.
HBT, that's Tony. If we can get
Jamoya. They come around the bend. Jamoya was just parked in the middle of the track.
We're just going to get that up on a replay. That's a big hit.
Yeah, Jamoya's just tagged the fence and he's tried to flick spin it and he's collected Tony Orchard. He's definitely going to get damage out of that, Tony.
Yeah, you could see a bit of a dent in his car. He's done well to Tony Orchard has done well not to hit the wall there, but yeah, that's going to hurt him. Yeah, Tony Orchard has decided to think better of it. Not a very smart move there from Jamoa. That's big spin around the corner. This
We're
battle
checking
here.
out Josh Muggleton's opened up a bit of a gap back to John Emerson, who's got Nathan Groudon all over the back of him.
Yeah, John Emerson having a bit of a battle there with Nathan. Obviously, John Emerson's he's still putting a fair bit of time into the McLaren for Grand Am, so bit of a change. It looks like Muggo's gone wide.
Yeah, it's not customary for Muggo.
No, it's not like him to make mistakes. And this car's a lot more forgiving than what the V8 is. Leo's gotten past Lindsay. Pulls himself into a podium for the Corvettes after the Tony Aldridge incident. Oh, here we go. Paul Agnew and Gavin Barber having a nice little battle. I'm sure it wasn't long ago Paul Agnew was stuck behind Craig Dorr, so...
Yeah, he's just looking at his lap times, he's definitely been putting in some lap times late. He's over a second quicker that last lap around than Gavin Barber.
HBD is one of those cars once you start doing a few laps and you get the...
Oh, he goes down the outside.
Oh, he's going to have a look.
Back inside.
He's got a run on him down here. Should get this done nice and easy into turn 1. Gavin Barber knows he's got a lot more speed than him. Good job there.
Yeah, the straight line speed of Paul Agnew there. He got up the last corner beautifully and had the job done by turn 1.
He's definitely got that HBD dialed in. Looks like Anthony Kernich is coming up to some lap traffic at the moment. He makes his way around some Ford GTs. Making sure they give him... Oh, Ford GT spun in front of him.
So only 6 laps into this race and he's already coming up to lap the field. It's the huge speed difference from the HBD GT1 cars to the GT3s.
Yeah, it definitely shows in Suzuka the speed difference of these cars with the way the corners are and also those long straights. It definitely allows for the HBD to really open up. Anthony's got a little bit of time up his sleeve to get around these cars safely. Good job there by both of them. Now, it looks like for second position here for HBDs is about to heat up a bit with Raphael and Kane. Nice and close. Kane's right behind him. Raphael trying to break the slip. Wayne Burke having a few issues.
They got Randolph all over the back of Andrew Wren. They're having quite a good little battle.
Oh, Kernich has had an accident. He's been taken out by a GT.
Oh no, that's
Randolph has lost it. Coming out of the corner and Anthony Kernich has been collected.
We're on board for the race call replay. Oh no!
Just coming around, nowhere to go.
Really feel for Anthony after last week, and he was determined to get this one done.
This is the ups and downs of multi-class racing. There's really not much he had no control over that and how that the outcome would have been. So yeah, he was just a passenger. I don't think he's going to get that car back into shape. He's going to try though. Emerson and Nathan Groudon having a bit of a battle here. Nathan looking really fast.
This race has already provided quite a bit of action.
Yeah, it's definitely been interesting. Anthony Kernich is going to go through a bit of heartbreak over that one. He's still limping around. He's cut.
Raphael has
massive
12.7 second lead of the entire race now, so
which means
he's
something
really
must
skipped
have
out.
happened to Kane. Kane's dropping back.
Oh, yeah, I don't have Kane on me.
Yeah, Kane
screen.
was right on him. I'm just trying to see now if I can find him.
Moves Paul Agnew into second spot and Gavin Barber up in the third spot for the GT1 cars. That's both our race leaders out of the race.
Yeah, Thomas Nanza, the only person who started on the lead to still be out there in his class. And
Nathan Groudon has not let go of the back of John Emerson.
oh, Jason. So Paul Mansell's had a bit of an incident. It's never going to work. There's one thing definitely about being the faster car is you're faster, so you should make your way around them, not try and let them make their way around you.
No, that's right. We go on board with Paul Mansell. Went around the outside and yeah, just put that left side down along the wall.
A lot of these guys anxious to get past them. Sometimes it's better to be a bit safer. Oh, nice little battle here, Scully and Bruce. This is for third in class. Bruce nice and close there.
Yeah, he's certainly not letting Scully get away.
It'll be interesting to see what kind of run he gets down onto this straight. Really aggressive there across the curbs.
Of course, Lindsay Barry and Jake Burton are there to pick up any pieces from these guys.
Bruce is going to get this done coming into turn one. Nope. Scully closes the door.
Yeah, we've still got 28 minutes left. He'll be buying his time. No need to rush these things at this stage.
Leo Gray looks like he's had a few issues. He's dropped back a bit, right behind Wayne C. Burke. Having a quick look at a Corvette. Dylan Brandon's Corvette is looking pretty messed up. Oh, it looks like this is getting a bit more interesting. John Emerson, Nathan Groudon and Josh Muggleton all in there with the HBD in there to split them all up as well. Gavin Barber trying to get around. This is where it gets a bit more tricky. Nathan won't really want to drop any pace to let this HBD around.
No, they certainly don't want to. They've got their own race they've got to deal with. It's really brought Josh Muggleton into this with the prototypes coming through. These guys, it slowed them up a little bit. Muggleton was quite a gap behind them.
Yeah, Muggleton right on the back of Nathan now. Just have a look at this. Quite close.
Oh, as Nathan runs a little wide.
Muggleton has a bit of a moment, but manages to hold position. He's gotten around him. A few HBDs again coming back through the field.
As they get the job done on the straight, that's what you want.
Paul Mansell, Craig Dorr coming through there in the HBDs. John Emerson now. Josh Muggleton right on the back of John Emerson. Yeah, a bit of a struggle there for Emerson to get all those HBDs around him. Just about to hit half race distance now. It's been a cracker of a start to Suzuka.
Oh, certainly has. It's thrown up plenty of action.
And just having a look at this. But Bruce and Scully still having a bit of a battle. This 4GT battle though is getting quite hot. There's a line of HBDs now again sitting behind Emerson, Muggleton and Nathan. As they try and make their way around. Oh.
This is going to be awkward.
Oh, he's just managed to put that in there. Sandro. Bold move.
Very bold. And Marco and Neil did not want to let Sandro get too far in front, so they want to get this job done on Nathan as well. Oh,
Nathan goes,
Marco.
Oh, it looks like Marco
no.
and Neil.
Commentator's curse, he just mentioned them.
Hate mail coming your way.
I was lucky to get out of Sebring alive last week, so I'm sure Suzuka won't be any different.
Emerson's had a bit of an incident. Muggleton's going to get a run. Muggleton takes the position from John Emerson. Emerson would be kicking himself.
We got the race call replay of Marco and Neil having their incident at the hairpin.
Looks like Marco's just gone a bit too hard into there. Marco's decided to retire his car for good. Neil's going to get it back around. And Muggleton now with the lead out of these three. Still a bit of a work to get himself onto the podium. Emerson's going to have a look. No, thinks better of it. Put his car back in. Couple of GT cars, 4GTs, we seem to have an issue coming onto that back straight there on those corners, but yeah, it just doesn't seem to have the grip there that they want.
They can prove difficult to get the power down, plenty of horsepower in the car. Jake Burton and Lindsay Barry are still having their terrific battle.
Oh, he's gone out a bit wide there, Jake. Managed to keep it together.
These two have been battling the entire race so far.
I think they've actually put on they've caught up to Bruce and Scully there a little bit. All right, a quick run through some of our casualties for the night in the HBT. We'll start from the first one out. Andrew Wallace near the start there with David Chen, and then Matthew Barron as well, having a bit of an incident all by himself. Jamir. A bit of an unfortunate incident that turned into taking out our race, second place in the Corvette there, Tony Autridge. Kane, not too sure what happened to him, but he's dropped out as well. And Anthony Turnage, obviously a bit of a race incident there with the Ford GT, nothing that he could control. He'd be devastated. Marco not out as of yet. Looks like he's trying to get his car repaired, but there's a fair bit of damage on that thing. So
yeah, he's going to be quite a bit down.
Yeah, I think he's going to be struggling to get that back out.
Yeah, there's been quite a few retirements so far. It's nature of the beast, unfortunately, for multi-class racing.
A lot of those casualties, our HBD boys, compared to our GT cars. And again, it probably goes to show it's one of those things. It's multi-class racing. As a faster car, you've got to race, but you've also got to show a lot of patience getting around the slower drivers and kind of really timing where you're going to try and get around them. Back to this Ford GT battle with Muggleton, Emerson and Groudon. Nice and close. Muggleton can't seem to break away from Emerson.
Now these guys are really turning it on. Nice, consistent laps from all three of them. We'll jump on board with John Emerson as he has a late, has a huge look at Josh Muggleton into the hairpin.
Josh Muggleton went quite wide into that hairpin and thought, Emerson's going to take advantage of this. Thought better of it. Another retirement from Giuseppe now in the HBD. HBD, obviously, the category that's having the most incidents.
Yeah, just having a look though, there's quite a few guys. There's only 7 out of the 15 of them actually qualified, so maybe a couple of guys haven't done the practice they needed to.
Yeah, exactly. It is a car that you need to practice and you need to put the time into. It's one of those false sense of security cars. You get in and you go, oh yeah, I'm pretty fast in this. I reckon I could race this.
John Emerson down the outside.
It's going to have a look. Nope. Oh, he holds up Nathan.
It's opened the door for Nathan now. If he can get a good run off his final corner.
I think he's just held him back at that apex there, and Nathan might have destroyed Nathan's run. So Nathan's going to pop his head out and have a look coming into turn 1. Gives Muggleton a bit of a break though.
Jason Mizzy's clearing out in the GT2 category. He's got quite a bit of a gap over Fabio Gonzalez at the moment.
He's definitely the man to watch in this Ford GT at the moment. Thomas Nanza, a bit of a lone warrior now out in the Corvette. Tony Autridge was giving him a good run, but then obviously that all fell apart for him.
But Dylan Brandon, he's got a huge amount of damage on his Corvette. He's caught up to the back of Tim Foltz.
He's doing well. That wing doesn't look healthy. I'm surprised he's got any grip going around these corners. See Tim Foltz struggling with this Corvette a little bit. It's a very hard car to master, this Corvette.
You only got to listen to the sound of them though. They've got a huge amount of horsepower.
They're quite vicious and yeah, a lot of torque in it as well.
Oh, is there weaving all up and down the main straight?
Trying to break that draft.
They're racing for sheep stations at the back of the GT pass.
Wayne Burke and Leo Gray still having a nice little battle.
Oh, just up in front of them, there's Paul Agnew trying to make his way through.
Oh, there's cars everywhere. Ford GTs, Corvettes. Paul Agnew tries to find his way around. Got to get the power down on this straight to get past this Corvette.
Yeah, he's got to make his way through the inside of Jake Burton.
It goes to show how much power's in those Corvettes. So you see the speed between the HBD and the Corvette. There's not much in it.
We got Jason Scully trying to get past the Ford GT with Paul Agnew making the way past as well.
Yeah. Ford GT just gives them a bit of room, lets them through.
Now Paul will get this done down the straight past Jason Scully. But out of all that, at some stage there we've missed it. Bruce has made his way past and opened up quite a bit of a gap to Jason Scully.
Yeah, he's definitely made a bit of room there between him and Jason Scully.
That puts Bruce on the podium in class. Thomas Nanzer, he holds about a 5-second lead over Charles for first and second in the GT1 class.
Having a look at Raphael now, our overall leader in the HBD class. Definitely,
Got
definitely
a
a lot of
whopping
speed.
10. Sorry, I was going to say he's got a 10-second margin, but that was 12-13 seconds a few laps ago. So Paul Agnew is making progress on Raphael.
Yeah, definitely starting to cut into that time a little bit. And again, it's one of those things with multi-class racing, and it's been catching up to your opponents, your slower racers at the right time to make the most out of it. If you catch up to them into a part where there's a lot of corners, you lose so much time.
Oh, I've got Dylan Brandon into the fence. I know he's had a couple of spins, unfortunately, on the previous lap. He dropped off the back of Tim Foltz, and then
Yeah, obviously struggling with that Corvette. Again, one of our non-qualifiers for tonight probably hasn't put as much practice into the car as what he should have, and it definitely hasn't played well for him.
I wonder if all these guys thought they'd be on the v8sonline broadcast tonight. They might have been hoping for us to split race.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's a few guys in there that hopefully, we see him again and they put in the practice and come back out and do some fantastic results. But again, the HBD is definitely false pretenses. You think you're going so fast and you've got that thing under control, but it will just snap and turn on you so quick. Alright, little battle here, Scully, Burton and Burke.
That's a fantastic battle.
Like he was going to go in deep there.
I'm not sure what it was that brought Jason Scully back to these guys, but they can smell blood in the water now. Oh no, he's gone.
Just missed him. He's done well not to clip the back of Jake Burton there. Although I don't think that was skill. I think that was just luck.
Yeah, he was a passenger.
Jake Burton. This is getting a bit vicious here between Jake Burton and Jason Scully.
Oh, he gives him a tap.
Jason Scully being very defensive here for this position. Jake Burton going down the inside. He's definitely got a better run.
Oh, he's got an awesome run. And he's got the inside line for the corner.
Chicken into the corner here. Oh,
yeah.
Jason Scully. Yeah.
So yeah, would have had his out that little bit earlier. It was always going to be Jake's corner.
Smart idea from Jason Scully to give up that position.
Going to touch on before Muggo and Emerson are having a cracker of a battle. A lap ago, Nathan Groudon was there, but he's obviously just dropped off the back a little bit.
This could get a little bit interesting as well. I'm just looking at the front here with our leader Raphael. He's been caught up by some Ford GTs, and that time between him and Paul is starting to drop.
Muggo gets loose. These guys are racing at 10 tenths at the moment. They're putting down qualifying laps every single lap.
It's got to be hard for these guys to get out of this Ford GT and then into a V8.
Of course, there was a fantastic write-up on Josh Muggleton, an interview by iRacing, on his touching on his V8 win in the series last season.
Yeah, fantastic effort there from Josh Muggleton. He put in a good run there for the title, and it was definitely well deserved. He put in the effort, and again, it's one of those things, time and effort, and it does pay off. And yeah, he's had a fantastic start to this season as well, so all the best.
Yeah, it was a good insight into how the guys go about their business. So if any of you are interested in it, head over to the iRacing news page and have a read. It's a good read.
Yeah.
We'll put a link on our Facebook for you guys.
Yeah, it's definitely a great article. I read through that one, so yeah, it's definitely worth the read. These guys, Emerson's going to have a look out there. Nope.
Having a crack and battle. These two guys share a TeamSpeak channel as well, so I don't know if they were able to actually communicate with each other at the moment. I'm sure they'll be having a good chat about it after the race.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to see them keeping it clean though. These guys are used to racing each other in the V8, but in the V8 you could probably give a bit more biff than what you can in a Ford GT.
Yeah, the GT are more on the fragile sort of side of the car.
So Cricket Thomas Nanzar has he's got himself a nice little lead here, quite comfortable. It's good when you know you've got that time back to your competitor. All you have to do is worry about hitting your marks and doing consistent lap times.
So the guy that's really on pace at the moment is Jake Burton. He's setting the quickest laps in the Corvette at the moment. He's doing low 158s.
Wow.
He's quite quicker than the leaders for that class.
Definitely found his pace. He's on all the track.
Emerson goes a little on the outside, Muggo a little bit defensive.
It's a lot of work now for Emerson to make up that ground again.
Got Emerson seemingly he's obviously dropped off a little bit with not making that move stick, but he catches back up quite quickly. I feel that once if John could get past Muggo, he'll might be able to pull away a little. He's only got about 8.5 minutes left in this race. It's absolutely flown. There's been plenty of action.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a great race. The start of this race was fantastic. A lot of action all across the field. And yeah, these Ford GT boys look like they're putting it on for us at the moment still. Paul Agnew though, second at the moment in the HBD. He's catching up to Raphael. Probably needs to put down a few faster lap times to get up to him, but you never know what can happen.
We've only got 5 out of 15 HBDs left in this race. It's absolutely amazing. The attrition rate of this race. I was not expecting it.
No, it's a little bit sad. You look down the list of the cars that have fallen off, and it's pretty much all yellow for the HBDs. A couple of GTs in there, but oh, geez, oh, big Josh Muggleton's been knocked off there by a HBD. Paul Mansell's just come in hot. See if we can pull that up on the race recall replay. That's a bit of a shunt. Not sure what Paul Mansell was doing there. Just hasn't hit the brakes at
Yeah,
all.
he's come in way hot. Mungo is completely innocent in that, and he's suffered quite a bit of damage to the front right-hand side, and the entire right-hand side of that Proto-GT as well.
Done well there not to keep to hit the wall, but disappointing. Oh, he actually has tapped that wall there. Yeah, that car's not looking good at all. He will be livid about that. I'm not sure exactly what's happened there with Paul Mansell. Why he went in that hot. His car looks alright. Seems to be braking alright at the moment. Definitely strange.
It'll be interesting now to see if Nathan Grouden can go with John Emerson, now that Emerson's been released.
Yeah, it might actually... Oh, Emerson's had a bit of an incident.
Oh.
Groudon's done well there to miss him. Nathan's got a good run though. And puts a Corvette in between them. Oh,
Emerson's going to use
this. A bit of advantage. Nathan's got a better run. I'm actually surprised at the amount of mistakes we've seen from John Emerson tonight.
Yeah, you touched on it earlier. A different car from what he's used to. I can't do it. I can't go from car to car. It takes me all week just to get decent in one car, and I'm not even that decent.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to do, especially going from something with such high grip from the McLaren and the Ford GT. Probably not as bad, but then moving into the V8 supercar, it's got to be atrocious.
Emerson, he's got this run, but he's got to find some sort of way to get on the inside.
Oh, no, thinks better of it.
I don't know if he's ever going to get it done around the outside there.
Probably better for him for the next few runs, just let him kind of go and try and get a run down the straight.
There's only 5 minutes left in the session. It's winding down for him. And of course, Nathan's on the podium in third spot in class, with John Emerson just off the podium. He'll be itching to get a podium out of this.
Yeah, definitely. It's not going to make it easier with these HBDs floating around. It's Craig Dahl and Paul Mansell. Fabio, a great little race. He's been the quiet achiever, sitting in second there in the Corvette class.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, in the Ford GT.
He had a terrific race last week as well, Fabio. He quite surprised me. I didn't know if his race pace was going to be as good, but it was, and he's all through this week too. He's got quite good race pace. Craig Dahl, he's up in the 5th spot. He's all over the back of Paul Mansell. It's only half a second between them. We'll jump on board with Craig Dahl.
Good to see Craig Dahl out there in the HBD giving it a crack.
They both should get past this of the Corvette of Jake Burton on this straight.
Craig Dahl had a good run there. That Corvette's going to slow him up though.
Look at the power of that Corvette.
It goes to show how much power that Corvette's got underneath it down the straight when the HBDs are struggling to keep up with it.
I don't think they're going to get it done by turn 1 either.
That's going to make it a bit difficult for them. Jake Burton, a lot of pace in that Corvette as well.
Craig Dahl goes to the inside of Paul Mansell into 1.
Paul Mansell gets through. Craig Dahl as well, coming through.
Nah, well done guys, got through that little obstacle.
The guy Jake Burton decided to give him a bit of room there to just let them stick the move. Nothing worse than getting this far through the race to be taken out. Nathan Grouden having a stick in there with John Emerson. Josh Muggleton making his way back through.
Yeah, he's all over the back of Bob. I'm sorry, Bob, I'm not going to say that last name.
Yeah, we're definitely going to need to go through a dictionary or something, I think, for next week. So we're going
As
for...
Raphael, I think he'll get the white flag next time by. I'm sure there'll be a few guys out there who'd be very happy to see that white flag come out.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it's Muggo at the hairpin.
And struggling. A few errors from Muggleton. Oh, that's...
Bob. Muggo's got, I think he's got in the back of
Yeah,
Bob.
Bob's managed to lock it up and just lose a bit of control there, and Muggleton's tapped him.
Easy, have a look on the race score replay. It was a little bit sideways, Bob, and they really had nowhere to go.
A race that Muggleton's going to want to forget.
Yeah, I'll just throw another ding in the panel, he'll be right.
Yeah.
Muggo.
Looks like a little bit further back there. Craig Dawes managed to get around Paul Menzel.
Yeah, he has. He's made the move.
There's a bit of a gap there.
Well done by Craig Dawes.
Yeah, fantastic job sitting in fourth in the HBD.
Raphael takes the white flag. The guy we haven't really touched on, Bernie Weemers. I just want to have a shout out to Bernie. Does a lot for his Redback racing team. He's hasn't had the greatest of races. He's sitting second last for his class, but in the 4GTs. But he's doing well. It's good to see him out there having a go.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out there to Bernie, a big supporter of v8sonline, and really a guy who's really involved with the Australian New Zealand iRacing community. So good to see him out there.
Of course, just up in front of him, we've got Thomas Nance, who's just streaked away with this. Well, I won't say the win at the moment because I put the mocker on him, but he's streaking away in the Corvette class.
Until he gets onto a straight, and then you can say whatever you like.
We're more right on board with Raphael for the last half of this lap. Outstanding job by Raphael. He's 22-second lead over Paul Attrition.
Yeah, great job by Raphael to do that. Started out in third for the HBDs.
And of course, that's a minute back to third, Gavin Barber. So he's really shown. Of course, there's been a high attrition rate in the HBDs tonight, but Raphael's been able to keep his nose clean, and he's going to convert it to a race win.
Clean and consistent. That's the rules for GT style of racing. It's what you need to be. And that will mean Raphael will take the win at Suzuka for the HBD class. Fantastic drive.
Yeah, well done, Raphael.
Paul Agnew.
Thomas Danzer, he takes the lead.
Paul Agnew in second. The HBT. We'll just have a look at Thomas Nanzar here as he's coming around. Fantastic drive by Thomas. Just completely dominated that Corvette from the start.
Yeah, it really has. He had a bit of pressure from Tony Autridge in the opening laps, but obviously with that contact, Tony wasn't able to continue, but Thomas Nancy certainly made the most of it, and he brings home the win for the Corvettes.
Charles NG sitting there as well, not too far off the pace from Thomas, but fantastic job there for a second in that Corvette. Jason Mizzy about to take his win at Suzuka for the 4GTs. Fantastic job there by Jason. Again, completely dominated that 4GT in that class. Oh, Ground's going to have a run hit for the podium on Emerson.
As Emerson's quite right in he's gone defensive, awkward too.
Emerson's going to get the run, Nathan. One more lap, and I think Nathan would have got him.
Just for the podium.
For the podium. Emerson will take a podium there. Third place for the 4GTs. Nathan, very, very close there, but with a fourth.
That was great racing by those guys.
Yeah, the 4GTs definitely lit it up for us tonight.
So you go through the results for the prototypes. We've got Raphael in first, Paul Agnew second, Gavin Barber in third, and well done to Craig Dorr in fourth, and Paul Mansell in fifth. Sixth was Seppi, seventh was Sandro, eighth Neil, ninth Marco. Fortunately, Anthony Kernich is down in 10th, 11th for Kane, Jamir, sorry. In I think it was 12th, Matty Barron in 13th, David Chen in 14th, and Andrew Wallace in 15th.
And for the Corvettes, we got Thomas Nanza first. Brilliant drive by Thomas tonight. Charles Ng as well. Fantastic drive by him. Completely dominated out there for first and second. Jake Burton definitely found his little bit of a groove there at the end and pulled it into third. Managed to get a podium. Bruce, fourth. Wayne C. Burke, fifth. Jason Scully, sixth. Pedro in seventh. Lindsay Barry, eighth. Tim Foltz, ninth. A little bit further down the grid there, Leo Gray, 10th, Dylan Brandon, 11th, Tony Autrich, 12th. A bit of an unfortunate race there for Tony Autrich.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Tony, but in the GT3, the 4GT class, we got Jason Mizzi who ran away with the win ahead of Fabio Gonzalez. John Emerson rounded out the podium in third. Nathan Groudon had that great battle with John Emerson. He got fourth. Josh Muggleton managed to stay in fifth after a couple of his mishaps. Andrew Wren sixth. Dwayne Burns in I've got seventh. Kisalogu in eighth. Bernie in ninth. Bob in 10th. Paulo Martin's come home in 11th. Paul Longring in 12th. We head down a bit further. Paul Van in 13th and Randolph in 14th.
Yeah, definitely a mixed grid out there tonight. Probably a few guys that could do with a bit more practice, but good to see a full grid out there. And I'm sure next week we're going to have a even bigger and more exciting grid and a lot of people signing up because next week we go to Bathurst.
Oh yeah, bring on Bathurst. If anything, it was this week to go by the action out there. I was quite surprised actually with the attrition rate tonight, but oh well, will we have a car finish next week?
It's gonna be a very, very interesting race, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to start putting the practice in for it. As of tomorrow, I'm sure we're going to see guys out at Bathurst doing laps. Everyone loves the track, and I'm pretty sure it's our first endurance race as well. With 90 minutes, is it for Bathurst next week?
I'm not sure, mate. I haven't looked that far in advance, but well, it should be. Bathurst said you should race as long as you can at Bathurst, and yeah, hopefully the guys put in the practice and they qualify. That's one of the most important things. It's you want to be in your position where you should be on the grid. You don't want slow guys in front of fast guys. It just creates sort of what we had tonight. So I'm sure they all will. I'm sure they'll put in qualifying and plenty of practice.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be very important for Bathurst that all these guys put in qualifying and put in practice, and also put in a bit of practice in trying to get around slower cars. Obviously, the HBDs were the ones that didn't have a good night tonight, and a lot of that probably goes to show how difficult it is getting used to getting around cars that are a lot slower than yours. So yeah, it should be an interesting race next week.
Yeah, that's one I can't wait for. Also, a shout out to our director Seb. He's done a terrific job again tonight. So thanks a lot, Seb.
A massive thanks there to Sebastian. I think we can pretty much wrap it up for a night. It's been fantastic having you here, Brooksy.
Thanks for having me, mate. I quite enjoy calling these races. They are always plenty of action, always something to talk about.
Yeah, it's definitely a great series, this one. We'll be back live again tomorrow night for V8 Supercars.
Yeah, mate. V8 Supercars from Oran Park. I know there's been plenty of practice been going on in that, so this should be a really exciting race.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be looking forward to viewing that one tomorrow night. But thanks for everyone for joining us. We'll see you guys. I'll be back in the combox next week for Bathurst.